Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is for you. My husband is here in his five-star form. Oh, we are so excited. We have very minimal pulls and like no pity, but we can hope and pray, right? Uh, oh my gosh, I want to immediately start pulling for him. You all do not understand, but I must hold it in. Alright, so once I get through the normal stuff that I show you all at the beginning of the day, I will do his like, that thing I just had on the screen, his, not beta, where you get to test him out. And then afterwards we will try doing pulls. Oh, I am so concerned, guys. Alright, so I did get an achievement while we were away. It is the enter a battle with 4 allies with HP percentage equal to or less than 1% in the simulated universe. So I told you all that there is a ticket that you can get in the simulated universe that allows you to break objects and get curios. That's how you can easily get the curios achievement, having like 6 or more in a one run in simulated universe. At the end of using that, once you've broken enough items, it resets your health to like 1%. And so I used that so that I could get this achievement. I'm currently trying to get the achievement where you have 6 blessings or less going through simulated universe at a difficulty level of 2 at least. It's very difficult, actually. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do it, because most of what I found online to do that achievement is you have to have Zila, and I don't have Zila, and in simulated universe you can't use a friend's character, and so I'm still trying to figure out how to do that without Zila. Because you have to be able to sneak past the monsters while also activating the gate door. I can usually sneak past them, but I can't get the gate door to activate unless I battle at least one monster, and then I end up getting, and it has to be the monster that's right next to the gate. Otherwise, it doesn't activate, and so I'm still trying to figure that out. So bear with me, and if anyone has any tips, let me know, because I would love to have them. So that's what I've gotten achievement-wise. We are making progress on finally being able to get to equilibrium level 4. I am doing, I just got done with traces on Qing Chui, and I'm currently doing Serval's. I just unlocked her new special ability. So I just have these people left, but we are actually making progress finally on clearing these out. And then so that I can move on to the next bit. Oh, Locha! Oh, I've seen people stating that if Locha's in, that Welt like stays far away from him. Let's see.
I must thank Don Hung for his invitation. This journey upon the Astral Express has been well worth my while. Interstellar warp jumps with merchants are often dull and rarely ever feel like an actual journey.
The Astral Express. The Cloud Strider really was an eon of taste.
That sounds so suspicious.
Oh, forgive me. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm an interstellar merchant. My Xianzhou registered name is Luocha.
The way he paused to say interstellar merchant is so suspicious.
I met an acquaintance of yours several days ago named Don Hung. He invited me to board the Express should I have the time, and so here I am.
Astounding. The retro design of this locomotive, the comfort of its cabins.
If only our own spacecraft could be modified in such a way. Now that would be something. But on a merchant ship, load, security, and sterilization take precedence over creature comforts.
Oh yeah, businesses have a very specific point in mind, and that point is called profit maximization.
What I mean to say is, comfort comes second to business. We generally use the company's mass-produced transport ships. Such a train can be likened to a solitary candle in the darkness of night. one may peer upon civilizations where strife, hardship, desperation, and sorrow exist seemingly in a separate plane of existence.
We only talked to him for that stellar jade. Have I spoken to you, Natasha, before?
The Express travels across the universe. I'm thinking, if I have the chance. That's nice of you. It's just people in the underworld still need a doctor. Still, I'm looking forward to the day I can join the crew. I'd like to see how other civilizations fight diseases, and what Belobog could learn. Of course, if there is a day when the underworld doesn't need a doctor like me anymore, and everyone lives happily ever after, then perhaps there won't be any reason for me to go on the journey with you after all.
Okay, looks like I have talked to her before. Alright, so there's that. While I'm here, I will show you my other big accomplishment when it comes to the Forgotten Hall. And this is where I've been grinding out so I can get those Stellar Jade. I have successfully 3-starred the entirety of the Forgotten Hall. So that's good. And so the only one I'll be coming back to work on will probably be this one, because to get one of the achievements I need to fight her and leave her guards alive. So I might be working on her. I have not gotten very far in this one. I barely got a star on the second one, and then I did not start this one yet because of this right here. From what I understand, this is similar to the Spiral Abyss in Genshin, and so it would make more sense for me to do this when the new one of these was out, so that I could get the points for it. But yeah, so I finally got Forgotten Hall completely done. And then the other one is at the Herta space station with the simulated universe. I haven't gotten much done here that's new, but I will show you that I got all of the curios. I have completed the entire set of curios now. Here it is. So 45 out of 45. I'm still missing an event. I have no idea what it is. And I have 2 Blessings of Abundance that I still need to get. But other than that, I have completely done that. And then when it comes to the new updates, so as you can see here, we've gotten more of our Trailblazer power, and we have a reserve system. So the reserve system has a maximum of 2,400. So like if you put down the game for a while, you can have quite a bit of points. So this is, if it gives you 240 a day, that means that's like 10 days worth of points that it's gonna store. And so it'll be stored in here, and then once you use these, you can pull these out. Obviously, what would be in your best interest is to wait until this gets to like 60 or something, or at least 10, so that you can do like a full run in a flower. But you no longer have to worry about the cap and like obsessing with the game to make sure that your Trailblazer power doesn't cap. And then look at this, we have a new main story quest. It's in the Exalting Sanctum, which I've already gone through, so I can ignore it for a bit. But we also got some new side quests, including a new one in the Alchemy Commission. So once we do our pulls, we will be working on these 2 Alchemy Commission side quests, and then we will be going back to exploring the Alchemy Commission in its entirety. Because that's where we were. No, we were on the Artisan Commission? I think we were on the Artisan Commission. Please, because there are still puzzles here, unless these are new. No, that's a Hexen Nexus. Yeah, so we were on the Artisan Commission. That's where we were, because we did the Divination, and we just started the Artisan Commission. Right. Okay. Oh wow, I haven't even looked at... Oh, must be one of the new Stagnant Shadows. This is also something new, is that we got, I think 2 new stagnant shadows, which will be for Dan Hung's 5-star form, and then for Fu Xuan as well. So actually, we only need to... Yeah, so instead, we won't be doing the alchemy ones right away. We'll be doing this artisan one, then we'll go and do the alchemy ones, which it looks like we're going to get boba tea for. Alright, so now that I've caught you all up, I can finally do what I've been itching... Oh. When did we get an achievement? Oh, right, when we talked to Locha. Listen to a full episode of the Interestral Peace broadcast #1. Oh, I didn't even... That background stuff that was occurring in the Astral Express that I've been ignoring. Alright, so let's first start out by testing out our boy. We've already done a trial of him before, because in the main story quest you get to try him out, but those stellar jades are mighty tasty, so we might as well get them. I can't remember, does he have... I never got to run around as him, so does he have... He has a boost. Okay, cool. Oh, is it a stealth mechanic?
Water heeds the cloud song.
Or is it just a boost? Can you see me? Okay, so it's not a stealth. But it's just like a boost form that increases his speed. Okay.
We're in trouble now.
And I can't do auto, so let's do support. And we will boost
Sense a storm.
our husband. And then...
Heaven's Surge.
Okay, so it uses up way more points.
Awaken.
But it's also kind of an AoE kind of thing. Not the scoffed at the end. That's great. Alright, there's not really any need to heal anyone, so we'll just do that.
Wonders to raise your spirits. Fight as one.
The strength. Heaven's Surge. Break.
That is a really good AoE move. Okay.
Time for a shot.
They've definitely been investing in their AoE characters.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Do not fret.
Because I think Blade's been the only new character that's been single target. I think his
That'll take
Awaken.
more than medicine.
World cleansing dragon.
but I think his ult is also an AoE. Okay, now we've gotten that. Obviously we're going to pull for him. There wasn't even a like, oh, if we didn't like how he runs, we won't pull. Now, I will remind all of you that I only have 5 pity. I have, as you can see, 40 pulls, but I do only have 5 pity, so I'm begging, but I'm also kind of it's purely on hope, I guess. We don't have any new 4 stars, so we'll just be getting constellations for 4 stars we already have. What would have been funny is if they'd put Dan Hung's 4-star in here too, because that would have been actually funny. Alright, 15! This will be 15! Please come home. Please, 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 please. Ah, okay. Understandable, understandable. Alright, let's see what 4-star we get then. I already have all of the 3-star light cones as long as they haven't added anything new, and I have them fully maxed out, so we don't really care about the 3 stars. Okay, hook. Not even on the banner, but we'll take it. I do not have hook maxed out. Alright, 25. Do I hear 25? 25, 25, 25, 25. Ah, not 25 either. Alright, if I had to pick which 4-star I wanted, I feel like Yukong or March would be really helpful. March would be more helpful because she's my only other tank I currently have, so... Yukong, not bad. Oh, this must be her daughter in Yukong's companion mission. I've already forgotten her name, but that's who that character is. That's cool. I'll take some Yukong, Eidolons. Okay. 2 more 10 pulls. 35. 35. Ah, not 35 either. That's why I said my expectations are low, but I'm full of hope. Okay, Asta. I think she was the one I wanted the— ooh, Yukong came to make it up for it. I was about to say, I think Asta is the one I wanted the least, but we also got a Yukong. Not bad, not bad. Alright, last temple. Obviously this won't be the last I pull for him if I don't get him. But it's the last one I currently have. But they are doing, with this update, they are doing another free 10 pulls, so I should be able to at least get up to 55 relatively easily. Alright, 45. 45. Ah. Not 45. Ugh. I did say earlier in an earlier live stream, this may be the 5-star that makes me open up my wallet. A March Eidolon would be great since I haven't gotten her from this banner yet. Asta. Okay. Asta and Yukong seem to favorite us, this banner. Let's see where we're at with them then. Eidolon. Okay, we almost have her fully E6'd. And then, yeah, I didn't think I'd even gotten any of Asta before. Yeah, when it comes to Eidolons, we hit E1 a lot with a lot of my characters. Or actually E2 might be a better statement. But yeah, looking good. Still have all the 4 stars. It is a little bumming, but what can you do? We were only at 5 pity. That would only give us 3, not enough for a 10 pull. I am excited because tomorrow is when this resets, or maybe 2 days from now. So we'll be able to get 5 more pulls straight off the bat. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of this change. Be able to get these. Okay, so we unfortunate but expected. Like I said, we are going to first work in the artisan commission. Because we're almost done with exploration, so I'd rather get that done before we start working on— we only have these last 3 areas. I'd rather get that done first before going back to work on the main quest, just so that I don't have to worry about it any longer. We've fully done the divination commission, but there is this daily quest, so let's do that first. Usually they're about 3 days, so this will be our 2nd day doing it.
The Matrix offers a glimpse into—
Pretty simple puzzle, similar puzzle we did while we were in the main story quest. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier, not by much. Okay, so this over here is already the way it should be. But let's take this and put it there. That connects there. So this should go here. And then that should go up here.
So that's how it works.
Easy enough. Okay, so we have to do more than one, because last time we only had to do one. This time they're making us do at least two. Okay, this one has to be moved quite a bit, actually. Let's move this there. This here. This here. No, this one has to be in the middle, actually. And then this one here.
So that's how it works.
Okay, so we did 2 today, so we'll probably have to do 3 next time. Get that nice stellar jade. Oh, it disappeared. Maybe it is only a 2-day commission. Alright, and then there's also one over here in the artisan commission. We'll get that one out of the way so that we don't have to think about it, so that we don't accidentally forget to do it. Oh, I could have just gone this way. Speaking of which, we are missing a warp trotter in this area. I have to remind myself of that. Alright, sir, it's time to do the daily quests. Alright, so we need to get these things to line up with each other and to also shoot down these bundles. Alright, so this one is where they're starting. It can't go to that one because it has to hit another one of these things to keep going. So this one has to be the last one hit by this one, probably. Yeah, because that one will go there. Okay, so this one will hit this one. This one we need to hit the one next to it. And then this one hits the bubble behind it, which will go to this guy. Which then goes to this bubble, and this one, and then the end. Alright.
Looks good.
Okay, so since this one's still here, that means that there's still another day of this. This one disappeared, so it must only be a 2-day quest, or a 2-day like puzzle. This one looks like it'll be at least 3. Alright, so now that we have those out of the way, you also saw it gave us like 20 stellar jade. That's what was making me think that it might be done, because they usually give us a big chunk of stellar jade after you've completed a multi-day puzzle at the end. Alright, so Artisan 1. So this is, if you all remember, this is the apprentice who's been an apprentice for a very long time because he's not very talented and he doesn't have a big drive to work. Understandable. He was employed under an artisan who was a short-lived species, but was very amazing, but did not have the lifespan to be able to create the model he needed, and actually see his work through to the end. And so now his apprentice is now taking over that work and is going to try, because we went to retrieve the paperwork. Where is it? Okay. We went to retrieve the paperwork for him because he didn't want to get destroyed by monsters. In doing so, we got the manuscript broken, so it's now missing some parts. This guy is going to fill in those parts as his graduation, make the model that his master could not, and so that it can also be like a farewell to his master and also his graduation. So we are helping him. You're finally here. I've been studying the design manuscript while waiting for you. How's it going? Honestly speaking, I was worried whether it would be meaningless to make a star skip from a century ago at first. But now I realize my concern is unfounded, as Master Ryan's design is undoubtedly timeless. Even though the design is century old, it still stands at the forefront of the trend. I'm so impressed. It's not enough that only you and I know how awesome Master Ryan is. The whole world should know of it. Sometimes you just need to jump in to get your feet wet. While studying the manuscript, I'm interacting with my master in an attempt to get closer to his way of thinking. It might have been imitating my master. Kalis, your presence really motivates me. Please drop by regularly to monitor my progress and encourage me. When I'm studying the manuscript, it feels as though my master has come back to life. I can feel him standing behind me and guiding me in my work. Those heartwarming memories that long faded away all surge back to my mind. Master Ryan, please give me more time. Your effort will pay off the day the star skip is made. To commemorate our hard work, I'll engrave the name Ryan, Chingji, and Kalis on the ship. Here you go. This is the immortal delight that I promised you. 1 cup a day. All work is just play. Oh, interesting. I guess we need to talk to him multiple in-game days, or not in-game, but multiple real-life days, to get him to be able to do this, but it's not going to show it to us as a quest, so we got to remember it. I can't do that, so instead, we are going to write it down. Okay. Visit Shinji in artist commission. Alright, now that I've gotten that written down so that I don't forget. Also, give me 1 second. Nice. Okay. Everyone, I did tell you all that I was going to that I had been going to an interview on, I think last Friday, and it looks like I might be getting that job, so I am kind of excited, but that will change up my hours, especially because this is more of a middle day evening shift, second, third shift kind of job, so this is going to change my hours quite a bit. I don't know if that means I'm going to be streaming much later in the day, or if that means that I might try streaming really early in the morning. We'll have to see once I get started in that job. Let's see if I need to talk to him right now. Okay, so it looks like I'll just need to come and pop by to see him sometimes, but I have to remember to actually do that instead of it being a quest telling me to do it. But that also means that we are done with all of the quests in the Artisan Commission, so we can now just explore it. So as you can see, it is quite big, but if it's anything like the Divination Commission, there's really not going to be any secrets around to explore. It'll just be doing the big puzzles, like the Hexanexus and whatnot. But it is still a good idea to check, because occasionally there are things out and about. If you all remember, I have a pipe bomb on my person, or a mail bomb on my person, in-game, so there's still need to find what that's for, but I'm excited to find out. Let's see what else I have on my person, quest-wise. We still don't know what the ancient coins are for. I think these are just things that I'm gonna have from prior missions and companion missions. I could turn this in. I don't want to because I like the container. And then these are also from prior missions and companion missions. So the only thing I have that I still need to drop off is this neutron bomb. Maybe we can chuck it in a lake somewhere. Okay, so I need to throw it in some water. Okay, it's a good thing to actually read that. Ooh, I have some straw. I could probably go to that shop real quick and let's do that. We're right at the starting point anyway. Let's go back here and talk to this guy. And I think get the last level of the shop. Not clear it out yet, but at least the...
It's getting late. Where to now?
We have some
Yeah. I can now get that. Which allows me to get the last level of rewards. Okay, how many of these... Is it infinite? Is that what you do with the extra straw, is you just dump it in here? Or do they have an amount? Because the other one showed like, oh, 8 out of 8, but this one doesn't show an amount. Because as you can see, I have excess of these. Alright, we'll come back in a bit. Okay, so, let's see. We will go up the stairs. We are missing only the warp trotter, so we don't have to be on the lookout for... Trying to figure out the best way, since you can pretty much teleport any which way you want on this thing. I think I'll go here, because we haven't unlocked this stagnant one, and then go up, over, clear out this area, and then teleport over here, do the Hexanexus, clear, check out this guy. Now, if you remember, we found someone on one of these freighters that's waiting for another person to fist fight because they were like Redditors in the comment section getting mad at each other. So, we might encounter that. Go down here, clear out this area, go around, up, down, over, and then over here. Okay, yeah, we'll just make like a big circle. Okay, let's go. And then we can go to the Alchemy Commission, and we have, I think, 2 tests. Or 2 quests, not tests. I think we have 2 quests in the Alchemy Commission. I am not even physically at the Artisan Commission. Oh my goodness. But we'll try and get through our exploring as fast as possible, then we'll go to the Alchemy Commission, do those side quests, and then we will come... Then we can do some exploring there as well. Can't talk to him or her. They did show that regardless of the... Obviously we don't know the exact gender because they're wearing masks, but the voice, the gender the voices sound like traditionally, make it seem that regardless of if you're a man or a woman in the Cloud Knights, you get the same armor, which is nifty, I would say. Per usual, we're gonna see if we can just fake out the monsters. A child? That's jumping into the wall. Okay. This goes up to where the deer fight was. Child? What are you doing? You're here for a lap too, aren't you? But you don't look like You don't look like familiar. I think you're an outworlder. I don't think these fights were known by so many people. The hottest topic on the CN show, of course. The one about which of the 6 major commissions are most suitable for the workforce members. Some guy who claims to be a diviner was having a feud with some other guy who claims to work at the Artisan Commission, and they even wanted to have a fight off in front of the Artisan Commission. Oh, it's the guys on the Redditor guys I was just talking about, the ones on top of the shipping containers. Actually, all this arguing back and forth, in my opinion, none of the 6 major commissions are any good, and the same applies to the people who work there. What do you know? I may look young, but I'm so much smarter than these adults who have lived for centuries. What's that look for? Don't believe me? Let me tell you, just from this fight alone, I made a ton of money. They might be a diviner and a craftsman, but they're no match for me. They're so easy. What'd you do? Nothing. Just the whole, I'll be an adult next year. Which of the 6 major commissions should I apply for? That's me. Bet you didn't expect that, did ya? I saw them going at it, so I borrowed my buddy's Jade Abacus and started fanning the fire. It was so easy. Before I knew it, it'd gone viral, and then these 2 fools challenged each other to a fight. I can't. These adults are hilarious. I saw that they posted locations, so I ran to multiple starships specifically to shuttle spectators who came to watch the fun. In the end, so many people came for the fun that the Artisan Commission had to implement odd-even license plate restrictions. Now my passenger transport hotline is booming. I really have to thank them. It's all about voluntary participation. I didn't force them to argue. If they're willing participants, how can I be blamed? People who wanted to watch the show came on their own. Those 2 fools only knew how to brag and talk big unless using the Jade Abacus, but they didn't even manage to meet face to face. I'm guessing they must have been separated on 2 skiffs by the odd-even plate restrictions, so they couldn't meet up. But to be honest, it doesn't matter if they meet at this point. I've earned enough to afford an entire year's worth of Immortals delights and snacks. Don't you know that there's something that can be done? What a shame. Without the smarts, you'll live a pitiful childhood. You missed out on a great earning. The obsidiary in the Lysum always says, it's the era that builds heroes, not heroes that build the era. I don't believe it. I've been pondering for half a year and I haven't figured out other truths yet, but this era thing is really fascinating. As long as the momentum is up, it doesn't matter whether the person is a hero or not. The money just keeps rolling in. Look at them, living for centuries in vain. If you ever want to see some fun, go check out the freight starships. You might even see the 2 dolts. I have talked to one of them. I haven't found the other one. That's interesting. I applaud that child's money-making capabilities. I would not have been willing to put in the energy to do that when I was younger. Ooh. Not getting hit. This is when I kind of am sad that I did not get Zila because... Oh. Oh, I'm surprised that I made that. Because her sneaking ability would make exploring a lot easier. Okay, this would teleport me over, but we don't want to do that just yet. Now smack this. Smack that right on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that. Every time. My brain is just a pile of music soundtracks half the time, I think. You can do that if you can hit me. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. It's like, turn me into firewood when you can hit me, sir. Till then. I was kind of hoping that kid was gonna be the one I needed to use the pipe bomb for, or the neuron bomb. Shape of puppetry. That's what the stagnant shadow is? Oh, it's a rheumaton. Okay. Alright, so even though I'm dodging monsters, I need to keep the peepers peeled to make sure that I do actually attack the warp trotter. Speaking of which, we should change into Jing Yuan for that, because he has the longest reach, and those things can book it when they feel like it. It is very annoying. La-dee-dee, la-dee-da. Alright, the only thing I really have to worry about is their long-range attacks. Otherwise, they can't really keep up with me. Okay, before I teleport, I think I've did all of that, that. Okay, yep. Alright, Hexanexus. I'm here to do your cube. We did find out some more about the Hexanexus group in the last quest with the guy that we have to keep an eye on, Qingji. That they tried to get funding to become a proper society, but then they were not able to get it, so then they just started making the cubes and hoping people would wish I could just rotate the entire cube. Okay, I need to do that. Bam. Okay, so we will go in here, go down, around, go in here briefly to the cable car and back. I bet one of them, I've talked to one of them and they're on a cable car, so I bet the other one is on one of these. I wonder if we can tell them that the kid orchestrated their entire fight or not, now that we know about it. I'll try talking to them both. I've talked to one of them at least once, but I'll try talking to both. Says there's a monster, like... Oh! Oh, the Rheumaton.
Bide your time and time your attack. I commend you.
I didn't know that thing would come out and attack me like that. Okay.
Repay. Conflict is pitiless. The dead return. Here is thunder.
Show no mercy.
I found an online website, you know what I mean, wink wink, piracy, that has more translated episodes of Debut or Die. I'm having a great time, guys. We love Park Moon Day. I would buy Park Moon Day stocks if it was a real thing going on.
No two are alike.
I was like, I swear it says that there is a monster, but I don't see one, because none of the Arumatons have come out of their casing like that, so that was a surprise. Trying to keep an eye out for that. Wonder if this one will come out then. It doesn't have the marker saying it's aggressive though, but that, no, I was about to say this one does. I don't see a marker for either of these guys either. Quick peek up here, nothing up here. Wonder what body of water. My best guess is the Scale Gorge Waterscape because it's the biggest body of water that I know about right offhand. Okay, there's an Arumaton. Okay, so if they have the green marker and not the red marker, they'll come out to fight. Because the other ones were behind the, like, red writing on the door, so that must be why. So you must be willing to battle. Let me buff up.
Let's wait.
Oop! Ah! Didn't quite get there. I was like, oh, I need to run away farther to buff.
Repay. Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Hear this thunder. Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Is that all?
Man, it would be nice if if any of the robots that are built to protect the CN show actually did their job, instead of all of them being corrupted and immediately turning.
Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
Is there anything in the little cubby that they come out of? What would be funny is a little Easter egg. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This guy has like a red marker on his door, while then this one had a green one, so probably why that one could come out. These guys have red markers as well. Oh, there's one even up there too. Interesting. But oh, I wonder if this next Warp Trotter? No. Me being like, Warp Trotter, something I care about, and it's just like, nope, oh, Warp Trotter. I need this. Because I've used them up on the Aromatons that are out running around. Ooh. I do not want to fight anyone except the Aromatons. They give quite a bit of points. Got some tree here. Alright. Onward and upwards. Oh wait, did I skip any of the... Oh, I skipped the star skiff thing. Let's make sure that we go over here and check for anything. Yeah, I don't know if this is the one I've talked to. Check around, check around. I don't think this is the one I've talked to. Because I think I talked to the artisan. Who are you? Could you be... Listen, 1 day of work, 5 days off. Comes with good benefits. It's dangerous here. What? I'm not here to off myself. I was just tired, so I sat down to rest. That's not right. The hexagram said pure passerby will definitely be around here during this time. Be honest, are you pure passerby? I really am just passing by. What a waste of time. I thought you were that person who was harassing me a few days ago with a weird username called Pure Passerby. Turns out you really are just a passerby. What a letdown. I waited so long. You look like an outworlder. Fine, it shouldn't hurt if I told you. A few days ago, I was browsing randomly on my Jade Abacus, and there was a young man who just turned an adult. He was asking if he should apply for the Divination Commission or the Artisan Commission. I've been there before, so I gave him a brief breakdown of the pros of the Artisan Commission. You see, the craftsmen earn their living with their craftsmanship. Wouldn't it be great to have a skill you could always rely on? Everyone in Ciencio knows that the Artisan Commission oversees many projects, and as long as you work hard, you can earn a lot, if you're lucky enough to invent some kind of mechanical device and sell the patent. So although you cannot collect fees after the patent protection period expires, if you're smart about it, you can still comfortably live off the patent fees for decades. Besides, everyone in the Artisan Commission is a craftsman. Over there, skills speak for themselves. There's no office politics, so young people won't be at a disadvantage if they join. I responded with a well-meaning piece of advice for that kid to apply for the Artisan Commission. Then this pure passerby guy chewed me out just for that. What a horrible person. Exactly! Humanity is on a sharp decline nowadays. He refuted the advantages of the Artisan Commission I raised one by one and gave me a fierce tongue lashing, saying that the most popular workplace on the Ciencio now is the Divination Commission. So the Artisan guy suggested the Divination Commission, and the Divination Commission guy suggested the Artisan Commission. You know what? They should bone. This is the only way to decide this situation easily enough. They should just I feel like that word will get me banned. We won't say that. They should chicken fight, but a male chicken fight. Anyway, if you know, you know. I'm from the Divination Commission myself. Why didn't I know about this? The nonsense he spouts is going to lead a kid down the wrong path. I'm not a coward either. We argued for a few days, but it didn't seem to lead anywhere, so I suggest we meet in person and have a face-to-face discussion. Come to the largest freight star skiff on the Artisan Commission. Let's talk face-to-face. I posted this publicly, so he and everyone should have seen it. He even said he'll be there. How would I know? I told him very clearly to meet at the largest freight star skiff in the Artisan Commission. Isn't that here? Maybe the imposter is too scared to come. The imposter has a little integrity. He didn't even show up. I came all the way here early in the morning by star skiff. There has been so many visitors to Artisan Commission the past few days, the docks have implemented an odd-even number restriction system. It's a good thing I came early. The odd number lane is the busiest docking point in the Artisan Commission. If I came any later, there wouldn't be any space left. By the way, if you happen to come across someone who looks like this guy, please let me know. If it is really him, I'll prepare a small gift to thank you. But I have encountered him. Oh, I can get them to gang up on the child, or I can get them to fight each other now that I have, so I could go tell him where the craftsman is, and then he'll go to the craftsman, or I can tell him where the child is, and then go to the craftsman and tell him where the child is. I'm gonna tell him where the kid is. What? Is that real? And he's just a little twerp? I can't take this. I have to calm down and think. No, I have to calm down and divine my next steps. Oh, that gave me the high morale, too. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go and, I would like to teleport, though. I don't want to rotate. Trying to get the exact angle. Okay, so probably if I also go tell the Artisanship Commission guy about the kid, I will probably get another praise of high morale. I'm glad we looked around for the kid, because if I had found the guy first, I never would have been able to I've already been... I think I've already been there, but we'll double check. Yeah, those are the fish I've already run away from. Because if I hadn't seen the kid, I would have just sent him straight to the commission guy. Man, that's purely if you're making sure to run around and actually look at everything, and that you just hit them in the right order. That's so cool. Okay, so this is where we fought the deer. So we'll go around here, go back here. Might be better to go through here first. Because then we can go through here. That way when we go through all of this, we'll finish in this area. Then we can go to this freight and this one to look for the guy that we're missing. And then we can send him to the kid. And then we go back to where the kid is, which I think is right here. And then we'll get to see some drama play out, guys. The creation furnace provides energy to the artisan commission and ensures its normal operation. It looks cool. And then we're still missing the warp trotter. We gotta keep that in mind. Gotta find it so that we can 100% this area. I really thought we would have encountered it by now. I hope we can make the artisan and the divination guy be friends now that we've told him that the kid orchestrated like their entire anger. That would take you to the alchemy commission, which is where we are going next. Make sure we're going... Yep, we are going in the right direction. We're making good time. We definitely should be able to get to the Alchemy Commission and be able to work on those 2 side missions today at this rate. Which is delightful. Alright, I'm seeing some dots. Neither of those are the warp trotter though. Ooh. Me trying to dodge these guys. Hold your horses. Oh, I wonder what that... Wonder what that one's from. Probably from dipping and dodging the monsters. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect one to follow me that far, so that's why I was not paying attention at all. My goodness, that actually made me jump. Oh my goodness. What's that achievement from? Persist for 15 seconds without entering combat while being pursued by the enemy. Okay. Oh, I haven't changed my bio this entire time because I didn't really know what I wanted to put there. There we go. Alright, so there are no monsters in here, so let's give it a quick sweep. Seems there's one monster. Donshu's diary. Interesting. I wonder what it's doing here.
I commend.
Let's wait and see.
Buff ourselves before fighting this thing. I would prefer to hit it with Gepard to freeze it, but
Repay.
as I said, Jingyuan has the longest reach,
Let's settle this.
so I don't want it to be able to escape, because that has happened to me a few times, where I'll be chasing it and it just teleports away because Gepard has a very limited reach
This is our chance.
since he
A
punches.
will forged in ice never falters. Rules
Are made to be broken. And that should be our warp trotter for this map. I just saw that 20 stellar jade. Much appreciated. It is, so we do have everything on this map when it comes to collectibles now. Like the ones that are marked on the map, I mean, not all collectibles. And hidden achievements and whatnot. Alright, so now let's go over here. Get an idea what we're doing, so we will... We're gonna hold this side, go up around, go up here, explore this area, then hug the other side to come back down, pop out, do this area, go back to this part. And we will do our best to ignore the monsters while we do all of that. Oh, an Arumaton and people, so that's probably something. We'll come back to you guys in a second. I just want to make sure there's not. Okay, there's not. Alright, do you all have anything to say? I told you, I can't activate this Arumaton alone. My conscience can't withstand the impact of the Arumaton talisman. You'll have to find another tester for me. I know. I even asked Madame Qingzu at the sect of Divine Foresight if there was any volunteers from the Cloud Knights or pilots willing to participate in the test, but no one responded. Besides, you have no parents, no siblings with whom you share blood ties, and you don't even have a long-term cohabiting lover. It's not easy to find someone who can resonate with you. Why do you think I have no lover? What'd you say? Ugh, nothing. Oh my gosh, he's waiting for her, but he's not saying anything. Is this, oh my gosh, I love this movie. Why can't I remember the name of it? It's the one movie with the pilots who, like, drive essentially the mecha, but they have to be synced. And they fight the kaiju, the big, like, monsters. It'll come back to me. And you are? I'm Sinsen, and this is Lili. Are you an Arumaton tester that Madame Qingzu sent over? No worries, let me see if you and Lele are compatible. Please step over here. Lying straight to their face, okay. Sensen attaches some talismans to the joints of both you and Lili's limbs, and the talismans glow with a shimmering pattern and pulse at the same frequency. Oh my gosh, what is this? I swear to goodness, it is Pacific Rim. This must be a Pacific Rim reference, I feel like. The technique hereby have I named Hearts Align. With talismans bestowed by the heavens, thy spirits and soul are combined. Spirits of gold and metal shall now obey thy commands. Did it work? Let's see. Synchronization rate, 40%. Synchronization rate, 79.9%. Still in control so far. Do you want to continue testing? Test start. Now, try moving something. Wow, do it again. I want to test something. Uh-huh. Now do something slightly more complicated. How do you two feel? My body moved on its own. Is that so? I can control you? I just thought of a movement and it moved. Wait, I suddenly have memories that aren't mine. This is 100% Pacific Rim. That lady with pink hair, and the older gent with glasses, the silent black-haired young man, and the classy lady with red hair. Are these your memories? They are indeed my memories. Did you see anything else? I saw that you used to control an arumatarm as large as a mountain. Yes, when we were fighting? When we were fighting Cocolia. A beast charging towards you, a man dripping with golden blood. He looked at you. Who is he? Who is he? A man dripping with golden blood. The only person we know for that is Nanook. I wonder if the beast was the Doomsday Beast? That you notice some unfamiliar memory emerging in your mind. Your gaze keeps darting towards Sensen, and each time you find your heart rate rise. You stared at the jade gate as you sat upon your father's wise shoulders. Your tongue tasted the familiar song lotus cake that your mother made. The day you received the Cloud Knight obituary notice, your tears flowed down like rain. You focused your mind and held your breath, loosed the bowstring, and the arrow hit the instructor. You ran desperately on the drill ground, chasing the shadow of the starskip passing over the sky. You felt powerless on the bedroll, feeling lost about the future. You were sure that Lele realized that you have obtained some newfound knowledge. He keeps making faces at you, hoping to make you understand, and zip it. Great, your synchronization rate is close to 87%. Next, I will connect this heart-to-line talisman to the Arumaton. You hear the beautiful scene of electromagnetic waves surging. You see the scorching pain of flesh and blood. You smell the ruthless coldness of metallic shells. You are bound by invisible talismans. Every commandment pierces your heart, roaring for you to bow down and obey. The temporary blackout passes and your vision begins to clear. The sound of calling for help is getting clearer. The Arumaton. The Arumaton went out of control. Somebody help! Lele! Please disconnect him. Please hang in there, Lele.
Show no mercy.
I wonder if we had told him that told the girl that we had memories, she would have been like, oh, what memories did you get? And then you could like out him for liking her, because he's obviously not gonna do it himself. And then you might get an achievement like Lovebirds or something. I feel like it has that kind of feeling, but I would never out someone on purpose in any manner, regardless. So I always feel bad doing that, even if you are trying to do some matchmaking.
Forged in ice.
Never falters. Oh, speaking of looking at a note, it's probably been enough days that the fishes have respawned in Genshin, so I should be able to potentially get all of the refinement material for the pipe.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Thank you. I have to send Lele to the apothecary now. I don't think connecting to the Rubicon was so dangerous. Mr. Gongshu had warned me many times, but I didn't heed his warnings. I'm starting to regret it. Thank you. Maybe I should change my research topic. It's my fault for being too hasty. No matter what, I want to thank you. This is a reward you deserve. I should take Lele to the apothecary now. Thank you. We shall meet again. Lunarescent Rim. I knew it was a Pacific Rim reference. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, now we need to hug this wall on our way back. Obviously that doesn't really matter right here, but... Ah, I didn't make it.
Here, this thunder.
Come on, Kalis, you're the only one who didn't clear them in the first round. No worries, Genuine will make up for it.
Just a scratch. Rules.
Now, when it does come to, since I do have 45 pity now, I think I have 45 pity.
Battles are chess games.
I'm like, do I have 35 or 45? I think I have 40. I'm now questioning myself. But I should be able to most likely at least get some kind of 5-star. I do not have a guarantee though, so it'll depend there. But if I win the 50-50, I should be able to at least get my husband. I don't know, I won't be able to get his card though, which is unfortunate. Wait a minute. Oh, I need to switch the rotation. I'll come back in a second. I want to go to the other star skiff. I think this one had a chest on it, if I remember correctly. But I just wanted to double check if there was anything new. Alright, let's go back and we'll tell him about the kid. Do a quick run around. There is nothing. Oh, it's you. Are you looking for me for something? Could it be, did you find that oaf's location? Tell me. I can't wait. Tell him about the child. This little guy's thoughts are already so twisted and convoluted. It's scary to think about. I need to inform the nearby Cloud Knights. Let's see how his parents deal with them. How could this be? Alright. We got 2 praise of high morale. Those things are hard to come by, and they come in handy when you make twisted decisions. It's like, oh, you want to make this decision? It's gonna cost you a praise of high morale. And I'm like, I stand by what I said. So 2 of them's pretty good. So I guess you were supposed to tell them about the kid if you met the kid. I bet if you didn't meet the kid, that it would cost you high morale to tell them the location of the other one, so that they'll fight each other.
A diamond in the rough.
Metaphor of caves. Ooh, new text from the Hex Club. You have completed the new round of the Hexanexus. I guess not even our internal testers understood the Hexanexus as much as you did. To be frank, the new Hexanexus garnered equal amounts of positive and negative attention. One of the main issues was the devices are too abrupt and lacked reasonable marketing. I don't know what it means by abrupt, as in they're just in random locations? It is pretty abrupt. Expecting people to just play with something on the side of the street is quite a reach. You're right, but we didn't really have a choice. Our storyteller wanted to give the Hexanexus an overarching theme in the marketing campaign. We had 3 general directions so far: supernatural, cataclysmic, oof, and anthropomorphic. Which one do you like best? Anthropomorphize, because any kind of marketing campaign, if you can get Roomba, for example. People talk about like Roomba, like people pack bond with Roombas and like they're pretty much your pet, and people like decorate their Roombas and stuff like that. So like disaster theme and ghost theme would only go towards a certain audience, but if you make the audience like treat it like a pet or treat it if it has like a mascot or something, it's much more marketable. Considering how popular a product has gotten, maybe try to anthropomorphize it. In this fictional city, people live harmoniously with their hex maiden. Through solving the hex nexus, you can deepen the bonds between yourself and your hex maiden. What a good life that is. I think that's a good one. Thank you for your help. I will discuss your suggestion with club members. Anyhow, I'll go back and do some brainstorming. We will see you again for the next version. Is that all the Hexanexus, or is there more of them? Complete 15 new Hexanexus challenges from the Hex Club, and complete the Hexanexus 30 times. Are they gonna reset? Are there more of them now? Alright, so we already got the Warp Trotter, so we don't have to carry about him, so we'll just go through here real fast, go up here, and see if the situation with the child has changed, or if he's just disappeared. Whoa! Almost hit me. Oop, we're gonna get hit if we stand too long. Stand around too long. Yeah, that's how you get people to play gacha games with some concepts, is you just like, oh, do you get attached to characters easily? Play this so you can also play like brain games while also getting to have 2D copies of characters that you like. Okay, so the kid's no longer here. Alright, and so with that, the Artisan Commission is now fully cleared. So let's go to the Alchemy Commission. We still have about 45 minutes. Now, the Alchemy Commission's interesting because we have tons of area, like a few different areas we haven't explored, and a Stagnant Shadow that we had not unlocked even in the last we've been there, so that one, this one's one of the other new ones. It's apparently in the Scale Gorge. I wonder who that one's for. But there's quite a bit of the Alchemy Commission that for some reason it's just, I didn't get to explore it when we were doing the main quest, like this alleyway over here, this entire area that has a, like an anchor point and everything. Maybe the two quests we're gonna do might unlock these areas for us. So let's start getting these side quests out of the way, one of which is a new one, brand new to the game with the update, so we're excited for that. Oh, emergency text. Realm Keeping Commission. The willing does not bite. Emergency alert from the Lawfu Realm Keeping Commission. According to the regulations of the Commission, physical fights and brawls are illegal and not only pose a threat to the well-being of others, but may also lead to serious consequences. We remind all residents and travelers to not believe unverified rumors and to rationally resolve conflicts. When encountering traffic congestion or navigation restrictions, please plan to travel and return accordingly. Follow the order of passage and avoid blocking emergency lanes to prevent secondary accidents. It's everyone's responsibility to maintain a harmonious and stable environment in the Lawfu. Okay, so that's what's a result of us sending the two guys. I feel like this one would be regardless of if we made them fight each other or told them about the child. That would have been the answer. But let's see what our achievement is. Uncover the connection between the two anglers from the Artisan Commission. Nice. So we got a nice achievement from it. Okay, I feel like this is a new merchant that I have not seen before. How can you sell stuff that people are telling you to hold? Ah, so you don't know about the Vidyara way. We give away all our worldly possessions before being reborn. Anything left over is requisitioned by the state. Oh, so even though you're reborn, you can't pass on the wealth you made in your prior life to yourself. I guess that's in a way so you're also not passing down the bad stuff. Like if you were a bad person in your first life and then you're reborn, you don't have to suffer because of your past life. Though, then again, what's happening to Dan Heng refutes that. So it's weird that you can't pass on your old stuff to yourself in the future. Even though it's all stuff people have struggled to let go of, it really all just some small sentimental trinkets. Engraved love pendants, letters from old friends, or even works they personally created. But what was once utmost importance becomes of zero relevance when the ancient sea cleanses away all memory and hatches new life. Without exception, no Vidyara has ever returned post-resurrection to ask for any of their relics back. Okay, so they... like, even if you know who the person was in their last life, it's like lost all of the sentimental value of it, so it doesn't matter. So really, they're just out-of-fashion goods consigned to the bottom of the heap. I have no choice but to sell them off regularly. The value of these personal items is conferred by life experiences, so you don't really have to go to give it much thought. Just pick out anything you like. Oh, healing spray. We'll buy one of everything. I like to have one of everything on hand because sometimes in quests they'll ask for something that a merchant has, and so it's just faster if I... I don't use any of this though. The only time I use consumables is when the daily quests require me to. Okay. Is there any other new merchants? Okay, there's one over here. Because I don't think I had access to these merchants in the,
You say you're a realm-keeping commission officer?
Welcome, welcome. We don't have any secret home recipes here, just your everyday medicines and easy-to-use remedies. If you need me, just holler at me anytime, or just take a look at yourself if you like, whatever you prefer. In our line of work, a patient who needs medicine will have already planned out what they need to buy. People find a hard sell annoying, so some peace and quiet is probably better. I agree. I'm a person who I adamantly avoid sales associates when I'm going out to buy. Like, I know they're supposed to ask me if I need any assistance, so that it looks good for them, but I try to avoid them as much as possible. To avoid the social interaction. Water break. Make sure you're hydrating, everyone. That if I need something, I will come to you. Alright, if it's okay with you, then I'll take a seat and have a sip of tea. Grand pills and short pills. Tiny healing pills. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like there'll actually be quite a lot for me to look around for in this area now. But we are not going to do the exploring just yet. First, let's get these quests out of the way. So, the Alchemy Commission. This one, I believe I already had prior to the update. So we'll do this one first. This one is new with the update. Want to look at something real quick? Okay. Just making sure they hadn't snuck in an event that I wasn't paying attention to. Alright, so what's this one? Oh, right. So there's an old man that's back at Central Starskip Haven who wants a book, and he's told us to go and get it. He doesn't have permission to get this book. He essentially wants us to steal it. It's in the name of borrowing, and supposedly he gave them a book earlier that was supposed to be a part of a trade, but we don't know if he is telling the truth or trying to use us to do bad things. So let's see. Oh, it's way over here. Okay. Alright, supposedly you all have a book for me. I got asked to leave before I even finished writing this prescription. Can't be helped, it's a mess everywhere. Hello, how can I help you? Compendium of Remedies. I remember looking up a prescription in it 2 days ago. Your clothes. Are you an outworlder here for treatment? Why do you want that book? Are you trying to write prescriptions for yourself? How preposterous! That you're already healer. Healer will attend to you sooner or later. You can't treat yourself with a medical textbook. The Intelligista Guild's application to borrow textbooks? I think I've heard about this. With the commissions in chaos, all the colleagues are being interrogated by the Clouds Knights. I don't think anyone would know about the request you're talking about. However, the new chief alchemist, Lady Yulo, might be able to help you. I think she's somewhere around here. You can try asking her. It's best to ask the chief alchemist about important business such as outsiders borrowing our medical texts. At least we're not just stealing it right off bat. That's what I was concerned about. Let's see. Alright, now we just have to go back to where we originally were. Imagine that you didn't have the teleportation ability and you just had to walk. That would be annoying. Whenever there's red flashing on my mouse, because it's a wireless mouse, I'm always concerned it's because it's losing battery. But I think it's just the design of the mouse, but I'm never for sure. Hi, how can I help you? Compendium of Remedies, the Intelligista Guild's application? I see. It was something Lady Danshu approved when she was still held the post. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call her lady anymore. I don't want to change her policies, but you must have heard about her crimes, right? The Cloud Knights are thoroughly investigating commissions, and even our day-to-day jobs as healers are being affected. Alright, I'll go and decline his offer. The medical textbooks are not highly confidential files, nor do they contain forbidden knowledge. And I'm not the one who made the rules. After what happened in the Alchemy Commission, every exchange request has to be reapproved. I just came back from foreign business trip myself. The Alchemy Commission has experienced a huge upheaval and armed conflict. Everything's a mess. So many books have displaced from the bookshelves. I even saw some books hanging off trees. Oh, that's highlighted. I wonder if the book we're looking for is in a tree. Yulu smiles at you. I still need to continue making inventory. If there's nothing else, let's talk another time. Okay, so the textbook will be up in a tree. She's essentially telling us to find it ourselves if we need it. And she's like kind of giving us a hint on where it is. Well, neither of those ways are relatively short, so we'll just go this way, I guess. Oh yeah, there's a lot of water here. I wonder if we can get rid of the package here. The neuron thingy. Oh, that dog is like on my butt. Okay. Isn't this the Alchemy Commission guy who like betrayed them? Huh? Are you the claims specialist from the Heron Express? But your clothes, why do I feel like you're an outworlder? Did I get the wrong person? They're Heron Express staff that specifically manage shipping incidents and provide after-sales support. The Cloud Knight says it's not safe around here and I should stay at home for a few days, but I still haven't memorized my medical textbook, so I spent a hefty sum to have the Heron Express deliver— oh, I see it, right there. Deliver the books from the Alchemy Commission to my home, but Tycreens keep running into walls and trees before it even left the Alchemy Commissions. I'm so angry. I watch helplessly as my books fell from the sky. Oh, my textbooks, my precious textbooks. If Heron Express doesn't pay me $1 million or two, they'll never hear the end of it from me. You're looking for the Compendium of Remedies. Lucky for you, I do have one of the volumes. But with the shipping incident, that book ended up in a tree. If you can find it, then it's yours. I recorded the incident anyway. Heron Express specialists just aren't coming, huh? They sure have guts. Let's see. It seems like I'll visit them myself. I wonder if we have to go, like, get one of the Heron Express things to, like, fly around and get the textbook for us. Because it's right there. This is an ordinary tree. You can somehow hear the sound of flipping pages as the wind blows through the leaves. You carefully search the tree for the source of the sound and find a book hanging on the branches. The scene gives off a crude sense of beauty. Could this be the textbook that Yulo mentioned? You decide to. Jump. You jump as high as you can and lift your arm to try and reach the branch. Time stops for the moment your feet leave the ground. You're concerned that you might reach something you shouldn't touch, such as a bird nest or a beehive. As you ponder about this, a book falls from the tree. Yeah, I didn't want to kick it or to, attack it, because that could result in us, cutting the tree down, and we would get in trouble for that. Alright, so we got another part of that one, so now let's go grab... Oh, if I can not run into the wall. Oh, I feel like I got something in my eye. Ugh. Alright, so the other one... Alright, so that's not possible. From the minute traces of oil stains on the creases, you think this place might have been used to store food or freshly dug medical ingredients. It is positive disaster to keep books here. Thankfully, the books were not damaged. The Compendium of Remedies isn't here. I should check somewhere else. Was it actually in the vase? People talk about shooting fish in a barrel, but never about getting books out of one. You're lucky to encounter such a rare occurrence. Today, your happiness comes from books. You found one of the volumes, the Compendium of Remedies. I didn't actually think it was going to be in there. I just thought the link took over, and I needed to just destroy it. Okay, so back to the Central Starskiff to talk to the old man. And give him his probably slightly illegal copy of the Compendium of Remedies.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
I like checkers more than chess. I like designing chess pieces, though. I have your textbook, sir. Really? Let me see. Gotta put my old man voice on. Todd starts reading on the spot. It looks like prescription she gave does exist in the book. But what about the ingredients in it? What are you researching? It feels like you're after the elixir of life or whatever, or immortality. I want to find out whether the prescription the last chief alchemist gave me is genuine. After all, I gave her the copy of the theories of returning from the underworld, which is invaluable ancient text. Of course, I need to see how good her returning gift is. That's probably the elixir of immortality. So, I feel like I should warn you against it. Oh, you've dealt with her. The prescription is recorded in the medical textbooks, but there's an extra ingredient. The prescription didn't say what this ingredient is or where it's from. It just called Divine Arut Twig. Is this the name of a common medicine in the Cian show? Kalis, what do you think? The Mara struck. Why would Cian show natives use such an odd stuff in their medicines? Todd looks at you puzzled. But it does make sense. I've seen these monsters with branches on their bodies. Looks like we've got another mission. Kayla's, bring me a sample of this ingredient. It shouldn't be too hard for you, right? This old Todd can only rely on you now. If I can't figure out this key issue, that means my net gain would have been 0 from this exchange of knowledge. Now go, and I will pay you handsomely. Okay, I was wondering if it was a specific Mars struck I had to go fight, or if I could just fight anyone. Oh, aren't you the one who asked about the compendium of remedies last time? I helped you last time, so could you do me a favor in return? Please forgive me for this awkward situation. Actually, in addition to the medical text, we also keep some of the forbidden tombs here in the Alchemy Commission. They were supposed to be carefully preserved, but now they've been stolen. I guess the theft had something to do with the disciples of Sanctus Medicus as well. I've asked the Seat of Divine Foresight, but they haven't found any clues about the forbidden tombs. It's turning into a real headache for me. Oh, by your astonished expression, I can tell you actually want to say, come on, has the Alchemy Commission ever done anything right? Well, now that you can see how perilous my position as the chief alchemist is. Don't worry, I understand how tough the task is, and I'm not expecting you to bring them back anytime soon. We have no clue what Lady Danshu or the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did, after all. So you need to retrieve these 3 skulls, the manuscript of Wisdom, the manuscript of Silence, and the manuscript of Delirium. While I don't have many leads on them, I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. So it increases intelligence. It increases your senses. Is that like an actual quest or just something that's now in my...
How did I get promoted to...
So what? I only received the appointment notice suddenly on my way back. I still can't make Kayla's attest to the situation. What can I do for you? Do I have any of these things that she talks about? Okay, so it is not an actual quest, but also it's not anything I have, so find, let's make sure we write it down. Find books.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf.
Wisdom, Silence, and Delirium. From the Alchemy Commission. And then we need to talk to Yulo once we're done and return them to her. Okay, we're getting a lot of random quests.
You say you're a realm-keeping commission officer?
An outworlder? How can I help you? If you're after treatment, please go to the healer's market and make a booking. The healer sound like very nervous. Where did you hear that name? Medical textbooks. Medical tests that outworlders have access to would never contain the name of such a forbidden entity. Huh, if you're not a Sanctus Medicus disciple, then you must have met the Master Primus and received her prescription. Oh, you knew anyway. Let me tell you the truth. This is nothing less than the overgrowth in the bodies of the Marastruck. Ciencio natives. You cannot obtain this agreement without killing Ciencio humans. The Master Primus was martyred and the disciples all scattered. I had no choice but to hide as well. I can pretend this never happened today, but if you don't want the Cloud Knights or the 10 Lords Commission giving you trouble, you better leave right now, otherwise I can't make any promise. You scoundrel! I like how we're just doing their job for them, the Cloud Knights. It's like we're finding all of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. So, I'm getting some text messages, guys. I pre-ordered 2 things from Pokemon. I got them from Best Buy, though, if you want to know where I pre-ordered them from. I got the Pokemon 2023 Advent Calendar. Very excited for it. Eerie Twig.
Yes, I took time off to look after.
And then I also pre-ordered this year's Trick or Trade Pokemon card collection from Best Buy as well, and I'm getting them shipped to my house, which probably might not be the safest option for them, and I'm kind of concerned on what condition my advent calendar is going to come in, but I didn't really want to go pick them up at the time that I ordered them, so we'll see how they come in. Supposedly they should be coming in on Friday, so I might be able to update you on Friday's stream, but recently our mail's been really behind, so it might not actually be in until like Friday evening, like late in the evening. Old man voice now. Thank you for your hard work. Fascinating. This thing does look similar to twigs, but its veins shine with golden light. Its mysteries must be related to Cienjo's native legends. Scholar Bernini will be so jealous once he finds out about what I've learned here. Todd makes the eerie twig into a specimen. Oh good, he's not actually gonna eat it. Okay. I don't have a lot of tools available to me here, but the guild's research finally has some progress after a long delay. Thank you, Kalis. You're touching on forbidden secrets. What? Forbidden secrets? I don't seek medicines to grant immortality, and don't wish to become long-life species. What forbidden secrets am I unveiling? What crime is it to collect a small twig that could have come from anywhere? Besides, you gave me this twig yourself. You've helped me so much, and I'm definitely not a stingy person. Apart from tangible cash, I will also provide the most common reward in the Intelligistus Guild, that of knowledge. After all, knowledge is worth more than gold. I will share with you information I gained this project. Take this manuscript and keep it safe. I'll come find you again, young one, if I need to conduct more research. That stellar jade is what I'm excited about, though. Rare plant specimen. Alright, so next one. Oh, speaking of which, of a quest line is the fact, oh, we get to go into an area we haven't gone into, is that we are still missing the heron that's the greed heron. We have not found it yet, so it either has to be here or it has to be in Scale Gorge, because we've explored every other place top to bottom. So of the 7 deadly cycranes, we're still missing greed. So it must be around here or around, or in Scale Gorge. Oh, we're missing quite a few here. Almost half, so we're missing like 6 of these and the Warp Trotter. My. Definitely have to keep our peepers peeled. You will notice I enjoy saying that. Peepers peeled. Ooh, travels afar. Activate space anchors 20 times in the Jinsha La Fu. Oh, there's a Psycrane. I don't think it's the Psycrane we're looking for. Alright, that should be 5 more Psycranes. Or, 5 more treasure chests, 1 more Psycrane. Find the Borderland Poet. This a Rumaton? Rugged rocks and gorges winding through, where clouds high the peaks from view. A glance back at the journey true, in Wanderstate Gorge I test anew. Okay, speaking of poets, okay, this isn't a new quest. It's, so we have this guy. You'll see our mushroom poet in the right-hand corner, farthest away from me. There's a guy who wants to impress a lady who's turned him down after he confessed, and he knows that she likes poets, and so he thinks that if he becomes a poet, that she'll like him. And so he created our mushroom poet and programmed him with a lot of depression. So because the best poets are depressed, apparently. And so we fixed his battery, like his internal wiring, at his own request so that he wouldn't be as depressed as he was. And then told us to go find one of his other AIs he's invented to write him poetry, and this must be it. This Arumaton is his other AI, poet AI. I was not expecting an Arumaton, considering that his little mushroom guy is his first poet, but you know. Who goes there? Dare thou approach this old-timer from behind? Old-timer? I studied in depth all the classics of borderland poetry of yore, distilling each poet's life essence and style, realizing that each poet had encountered many diverse and rich experiences. I've only been running for 2 months, 12 days, and 8 system hours, and I'm no match for them. So I've changed my personal pronoun to try and fathom the minds of such poets. Xeno pronouns. We stand, okay. Oh, your figure is so imposing and tall, while I'm feeble and short. How tragic. Oh, is the master still playing around with those sloppy, limp poems? I don't think the master's doggerel can be considered poetry. Even calling it doggerel is being generous. Sensible, I do give the master too much credit. Master asked the 2 of us, oh, this is the gloomy poet. Master asked the 2 of us to come and take your inspo, Jade Abacus. Better be a lieutenant than a scholar. What's important isn't whether you're a poet. I think they're heading to the battlefield and striking down foes is so much more important. I've traveled distances to come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to show off my skills, but never expected the Cloud Knight's suppression at the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus to be over already. I've come in vain. Alas, without being baptized in the flames of steel of war, I daren't call any poetry I write true borderline poems. This inspo Jade Abacus of mine is worthless. I shall destroy it. Great idea. Let me take the battlefield with you, smashing the inspiration of poetry headfirst into the fierce fighting passion. I would be very concerned about this. This thing is expensive, probably. The air is filled with killing intent, rising like the mist and cloud. The cloud light shines, blade in formation, marching loud. With laughter watching as white blades turn crimson, the cloud knights care not for glory nor their victory. Artisan commissioned security, Arumaton Type C, here to seek guidance. I've had to... What is this? Like the fourth... Fame should be earned at the point of the sword. I missed the rest of it. I think this is like the fifth Arumaton I've fought in today. At the nectar of Willow Woods, drink you deep. Rush, it goes too fast that I cannot read. Rainbow piercing, rainbow, never regret. Destroyer of something that I did not see.
Conflict is pitiless.
But I'm gonna have a little bit of twitchiness of like having an advent calendar in August, even if it is the last day of August, and having to wait until December to use it. It's just gonna sit there and I'm gonna look at it sadly. But the Halloween cards I can open. So Trick or Trade is something that the Pokemon Company decided to do, where you can get a bunch of card packs to use as treats for Halloween instead of candy, because we've been having issues with candy recently of like people putting stuff in it, and so instead you can safely put in the Pokemon cards, and then the kids will then have cards that they can trade with. Instead. But I do not do Halloween because of the street that I'm on, and also the fact that I'm an adult, so a lot of places won't even let you do Halloween trick-or-treating because you're an adult. It's only for like kids, a lot of people state, and so I'm just buying them because I think the cards look cool. I got my hands on some of last year's before I knew what it was. But I got some hands on some of last year's Trick or Trade cards, and they're really pretty, so I bought this year's just for me to have. But I'm probably gonna trade some Pokemon cards with my friends soon. Alright, here you go, my Inspo Jade Abacus. I've got no complaints or regrets in this life. Take care, brave warrior. Take care. I've located the next poet over in Starskiff Haven. Let's go. Did you manage to recover the Inspo Jade Abakai without a hitch? We managed to recover one. Oh, that's great! I actually don't have many friends, so I wanted to ask you about some relationship stuff. Is that alright? I am not an expert, but sure, ask. I'm good at talking about matters of the heart. You can ask me anything. Girls usually like precious gifts with little sentimental meaning, right? What makes Jingzai so different? She asked me to throw away my gift. And that was her rejecting you. Maybe she doesn't want your precious gift. It's nothing much, just a padlock. Is it too outdated? Oh, that looks cool. I get it. This thing is really a bit outdated. Also, the allegory of locking up the heart of your intended is out of touch with this generation's concept of love, but at the very least, this padlock is still inlaid with gold and jade and should be worth quite a bit. Do girls really not like it? Where did you get that from? I didn't buy it. It's a treasure passed down and from my past life. You don't even understand its value. At my hatching rebirth, I held this thing in my hand. The elders all said it represents a fate of jade and gold, so they sent me to the Artisan Commission for further studies. I thought it'd be very appealing to girls. I just didn't expect Jingzai to be a girl who went against the norm and looked at jewelry like dirt. No matter, I'll think of another gift to make her happy. Interesting. I get that he likes this girl, but she's rejected him multiple times. He should just learn to accept it and move forward with his life, because No girl likes having to tell someone no multiple times. It's annoying.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Me trying to figure out how directions work. Okay, so now we have one of those little... Is it a frog one or a lion one? Oh, it's one of those little frog guys. Oh, what voice to do here? I do... No. I know why you're here, Croak. But before we address that, please answer my question. What about writing poetry is of the most important? Of most importance. The most important... Oh. The most important thing about poetry? Surely it's the depression. Emotion and meaning. That's right. I can see that you have a deep understanding of poetry, Croak. Look, the most important thing about writing poetry is capturing those simple human emotions which resonate with everyone. And all the simple human emotions, the pain of separation and the longing for eventual return, is the most universal across all peoples. But alas, Croak, I've been waiting all day here on this jetty, but haven't managed to brew up the requisite emotions to compose a poem of departures. From wanderlust to sojourns afar, we all come home a visitor. If it doesn't even arrive at the departure jetty, then you won't be able to find it anywhere, Croak. I curse the convenience of modern-day transport and the communications aboard the Lawfu. People depart, yet don't have to worry about when they'll return. There's no earnest pleading, no heartfelt emotion, Croak. The thought of how easy and satisfied goodbyes have become makes me want to stomp my feet in rage, and even though I can't actually reach the ground. When you put it like that, can you, Croak? It's hopeless just waiting here. Please help me find what I'm looking for. There has to be an emotional parting scene nearby. You know the tropes, the voyeur saying farewell to his family, the star-crossed lover bidding goodbye, parting friends, that kind of thing. If you see anything, please help me snap a photo. Thank you, Croak. Don't worry, I just need to see that human emotion of parting, and the poem would write itself. Then I can give you my inspo jade abacus, and you'll be done with your mission. Croak. Ah! My voice. Oh, goodness. Were you taking a photo just now? Show me that photo now. Hurry up. After scrutinizing the photo, the unknown lady returns your phone to you with relief. Photo looks very nice. If you're good at editing photos, please help make my face smaller. Thanks. Oh, by the way, what were you taking photos of? It's a shame that I'm not leaving. I just came here from the Xianzhou, Yao Qing. You should have taken my photo there. I've gotta go. Remember to edit my photo before sending it to me. Yeah, that's the only thing, is like, don't take photos of people in public without their permission. It's real bad. I think there's actually been some... Oh, I really want to take you with me. Then why did you leave me behind? Your family all said that I'm a go-getter and I'm not career-focused. Oh, now you're trying to focus on your career? Nice excuse. Why haven't you tried to focus on your career sooner? Who was it who once whispered something cringy romantic lines into my ears, like, Changhua, I'll love you forever until the Mara comes. Why are you bringing that up? We were young back then. We've been together for nearly 200 years now, but I still can't afford to buy a house in the Luofu. I can't just let you live in a cramped rental apartment with me for the rest of our lives, can I? Don't go. I can't help. I can help repay the mortgage. Okay, we got one. Heartbroken lovers. Come back here. Mom, I won't change my mind. I've already got my ticket to the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I have to join up with the Verdant Knights and make my contribution, just like the general of the Yaoqing. You left your ticket at home. I was planning on sneaking out so you wouldn't be sad about it, but you noticed it right away. I won't stop you. I just want to remind you to check on the time of the ticket. What? The ticket is for tomorrow? Come home now. Could not be me. I obsessively check, information for like events or any kind of thing I'm going to that requires me to even leave my house. Like,
I commend.
oh, I heard that you are an enthusiast for different sojourns, sir. Are you satisfied with this trip? I'm a short-lived species. To visit the Celestial Hall during my days is more than enough to sate me. You're too kind, sir. It's just like any human world here. Let's say our goodbyes, then, for I fear we'll near... I think it's supposed to be never, but it said in an old-fashioned way. Shall meet again. When the time comes, I'll return to dust. Whence I'll task you with a traveling quest. Please bring my ashes back to the Xianzhou and spread far and yonder wherever you may go. Sir, that's an extremely romantic idea you have there, but I'm just worried that the Luofu Public Security Management regulations would not agree. Take me to my place of resting. Carefree travel's interesting. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Alright, we're looking for one more. That's whenever I hear people being like, I want to be buried at this place, and I'm like, I don't know if the sanitary regulations would allow that, but we can ask, of course. Alright, this must be the parental one, because we've gotten parents and lovers. I'm 62 years old, Dad. I've been aboard the Xianzhou Zooming 3 times. Be careful out there. Dad, go home. I'm going to buy some oranges. You just stay put and don't go anywhere. Oh, we got advertisements going in the background too now. Like verbal ones. Ooh, they're stepping up their game for Honkai Star Rail. Alright, we got your photos of departure. How'd it go? I forgot the voice I used for this. Lower, 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 lower. How did it go? Did you capture any emotional parting scenes? In life, there are more partings than gatherings. Lubricant is trickling down my bionic eyes as I don't have a tear gland. I must write a poem dedicated to this breathtaking scenery. Yay or nay? Nay, don't... Nay, don't waste your time. Also, nay. If you keep protesting, I won't hand over my Inspo Jade Abacus. Fine. Great. What kind of parting should this poem talk about? Close friends. Rare is a true companion, a good friend about to depart. The separation is vast and the journey's arduous, causing worry for the loneliness that will follow. The world is full of trials and tribulations. Life's myriad ways are nothing more than this. I travel on a skiff as a wandering stranger, drifting along as I on a divine river. Should those who know me on the loft view query my life, I travel on a raft as a wandering stranger, drifting along on a divine river. Should those who know me query my life, I'll say our paths shall reconvene among the stars. Are you sure this is what you want to write? Yes. I've engraved this poem on the I've engraved this poem on the inspo jade abacus to commemorate it to the experiences of today. Here you go. Now, there's only one poet in Guineum left. Yeah, we've hit time, but I do want to get this quest done so that we can immediately run around looking for stuff on the Alchemy Commission next time, so we will finish this one out. Emergency! Emergency! Someone saw the poetic genius ingenium I built in a spare time bookshop. Don't let it escape! I should get extra for this. It looks like the little silly goldfish you'll know when you see it. What's the matter? What kind of monsters have you made? Just asking them for a few lines of poetry is like a matter of life and death. Okay, time is money. It's overtime pay you want, right? Fine, you got it. Come to think of it, this one's quite impressive. I went straight to the bookstore to collect data. By the way, the person who's reported this said that when he saw it... Oh my gosh. No, wait. You typed too fast. It was swaying its head while commenting on drifting clouds. What a coincidence. I heard that Miss Xingzi's ex is Gu Yu, the author of Drifting Clouds. That guy has a lot of influence in the literary world. If I can surpass his writings, I'll definitely win Xingzi's heart. To achieve this level of great poetry overnight is a monumental task. I won't belittle myself. With my ingenious help, I'll definitely surpass him. By the way, when you get there, can you help me buy a copy of Drifting Clouds? I want to study it more. I used to think that works written by my romantic rival were full of campy, lovey-dovey nonsense, so I was annoyed and didn't want to read them. The saying goes, know thy enemy, and thine enemies are few and far between. So for Miss Jingze, I'm throwing caution to the wind. Fine, fine. I'm already used to running errands anyway. Much obliged. You still don't want to be the one getting your, So I need to go to the Exalting Sanctum. Hopefully that won't auto-start the main quest, since the main quest is also in the Exalting Sanctum.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Have you read the novel?
Kalis, look, it's right. Oh, Kalis, look, it's right here. What voice have I not used? Surely, it's the wily Kong sent you here to crack the whip. The task at hand, a tedious slog. My duties wait, hard to equip. Hey, learn some manners when you've got downtime. Do you think I'm happy speaking in that rhythm all the time? It's so inefficient. As an ingenium, I have no choice. If my master wants me to study poetry, I must read them in spades. Poetry relies on the special rhythm of languages. Only permutations that conform to the rhythm can be considered a poem. Master Kong has created me to master the standard of poetry. As long as your rhythm and counterpoints meet my standard, I'll hand over my inspo jade abacus. Otherwise, stop disturbing my poetry study. No more small talk, and show me your true talent. Take it or leave it, don't disturb my study. First, I'll test your rhythm. Poets often use words with the same rhyme regularly in a reverse to create an artistic echo-like effect. Listen carefully. The first line, picking chrysanthemums and drinking wine at sunset. My sleeves leave a silhouette. Sunset silhouette. I have a good meal that is hard to forget. I saw a jade pillow in a luxurious kitchen. No. I listened to the wind rolling up the curtains. Chrysanthemum, sunset. No, neither of these. I had a good meal that is hard to forget. My sleeve leaves a silhouette. I'll let you pass. The sky matches with the earth, the rain matches with the wind, the great land matches with the vast sky, the flower matches with the mountain, and the red sun matches with the blue sky. Counterpoint is about contrasting or combining two terms, phrases, or clauses with opposite meanings. This is not easy. Listen carefully. My line is speech is silver. Silence is golden. Mr. Yang is a flirt. Silence is golden. That must be a lucky guess. Still, I approve of it. Great, I'll give you the inspo jade abacus and this drifting clouds. I'm not a fan of drifting clouds. The verses do not follow a certain pattern. Still, I must say this is a good poem that stirs my heart. Let's go find Mr. Kong. Wordsmith.
If you want to read and pick out a
Okay, so she doesn't have anything new. Last time, for some reason, she had more stuff that I hadn't already gotten. Alright, so... two of his ingenium were just still here and had not left the area. And he still made me go find them. Lazy. They've collected all the inspo jade abaci. Thanks for your hard work. Leave them to me. Mushroom, I'll engrave the talismans and these inspo jade abaci into your brain so you can write the most beautiful love poem. I have reservations about this. It should be done now. Mushroom, try writing something. Give me some keywords. Kong loves Jingzai. How about that? This isn't helpful at all. Isn't Jingzai a fan of the drifting clouds? Do you want a love poem like that? Oh, you're right. Let me take a look at the drifting clouds. When your graceful figure blends in with the pure dance of stars, nature becomes peaceful and orderly. Mushroom, I want something like that. Let me try. It did sound awful, though. The algorithm is being generated. I offer you whatever insight my reflections may hold, whatever creativity and frankness my life. I offer you the spark of emotions that the Vidyara could never have. I offer you all the love I could muster that I have saved somehow. Kalis, could you add one sentence for me? You're very talented. Even if Guyu were here, the poem would still be written this way. Kalis, I'll pluck up the courage to confess to Jingzai again. Please come with me to witness it. I hope she rejects you, honestly. Again. I would be the one holding up a sign that just be like, reject him, please. You can do better. Just the you can do better sign.
101010.
Why are you here again? I already told you. No, I'm no longer the Kong you knew. I've written the most beautiful poem for you. Please listen to the end. I was once in love with a poet, but that doesn't mean I like every poet I meet. Do you understand? I don't understand. Fine, just read it. I offer you whatever insight my reflections may hold, whatever creativity and frankness of my life. I offer you the spark of emotion that the VR could never have. I offer you all the love I could muster that I have saved somehow, the love that is untouched by joy, by adversaries. This is much better than the dog reel before, but I can't feel your affection. You didn't write this, did you? I paid some poet ingenia. The poems they write are considered mine. And you know what? You can have as many poems as you want. If you like it, I can write more for you. Thank you, but I'm sorry. I can't accept it. Please go home. Thank goodness she turned him down. This is bad. I should go check on him. You must be Kong's friend. Let's catch up with Kong first. fault again. Mushroom, do you have a better poem? Being a poet won't win the heart of Miss Jingzai. Please face the music. None of what we've done so far has anything to do with Miss Jingzai. Master, you've adopted the most expensive but least efficient solution, writing love poems. For the issue of winning the heart of Miss Jingzai, love poems cannot replace care and communication. I thought she would fall in love with me as long as I could write the best poem in the world. You're just jealous of the poet whom she dated before. Yet jealousy is a useless emotion. I don't feel like giving up yet. Can you help me again? Oh, a mushroom is not in a position to teach you things like this. Kalis and I will help you find out Jingzai's preferences. You should prepare a gift that she likes and a moving speech. When an opportunity arises, you'll do another love confession. When I was wandering outside, I downloaded books about romantic relationships, such as The Key to a Good Long-Life Species Relationship. Yet I don't have the need for love. Oh, this is depressing. Kalis, let's get in touch with Jingzai's colleagues and friends. Perhaps we can gain some useful info from my master. Going on a little longer than I thought it would. I thought she'd turn him down and he'd just go cry in a corner and it'd be over. But nope, it looks like we have to, for some reason, help this guy, even though she has made it very clear that she does not want to be with him and we should respect her decision, but whatever, we can't just do that. I'm busy. What do you want to tell me? I don't like to gossip about others. The girl looked around after making sure the coast was clear. She turned to you with her eyes filled with excitement. Oh yeah, you don't like to gossip about others, huh? Tell me, what do you want to know? It's undoubtedly writing and reciting poems. Jingzai's hobbies are quite old-fashioned. Oh, you want to know her other hobbies? Among us, she's the most serious about her profession. When she's free, she'll do divinations and predict the future. The questions she asks are mostly about her relationship, but the results are not very accurate. I'm tempted at times to give her a plaque that reads Genius Diviner as a birthday gift. I've discussed this with my colleagues before. I think Jingzai is into people who are unpredictable and romantic. As for why, well, it's been ages since she dated someone. I think it's been a century. She was deeply in love with Guyu, the great poet. I heard that she still keeps the unity lock from him as she can't move on from their relationship. I think it's the same as this one. You can't expect any surprises from things men give you. Their gifts are either tiny stones polished into unique shapes or small cheap crafts that can be bought anywhere. A guy even wanted to give me the right to name a star once. Oh, please. Once the Xingqiu sails off, I can't even see the star anymore. So did this Guyu take, like... The guy showed us that exact locket, so I wonder if this poet took, like, advantage of his gift and then claim that it was from him when it was actually from Kong, or if it's just a similar gift. Jingzai, our managing diviner, as her colleague, I shouldn't comment about her in public. Jingzai has a great personality and excels at what she does. She's an amazing colleague. Like, she always complains about how she needs more beautiful clothes. Well, girls will never think they have enough clothes, even if they live 1,000 years. Oh, I see you're interested in her love life. I've heard of him. I think he was a Vidyara poet. Jingzai used to talk about him a lot. It's said that there are lovers not only in this life. Guyu and Jingzai dated each other in their 2 previous lifetimes too. Oh, is Guyu Kong in his last life and that's where the locket's from? It's not that he was like using Kong's locket as like taking like credit for it, but it's actually because Guyu is Kong. However, this is impossible for the perspective of the Vidyara like us. Without consuming a special potion, there's no way we can remember our lovers from our past lifetimes. Otherwise, one needs to carry something like a token during their hatching rebirth. Oh yeah, Guyu's totally, or Kong's totally Guyu. Shouldn't you ask her directly? Forget it. I understand. I'm sure there are many interested in a lovely lady like her. Still, most suitors end up being disappointed. I think you will be no exception. Why? If the rumor is right, Jingse had gone through too many memorable relationships. To put it bluntly, she can't feel the excitement of being in a relationship anymore. She might have a youthful look, but her soul is aged. Her heart will not flutter for anyone again. I think Gu Yu is Kong. I see. How can I help you, Kong's friend? That was the lock he held in his hand when he underwent hatching rebirth, yet that lock means nothing to me now. Please stop bothering me. Oh my, you're just like Kong. He always asks me questions that make me uncomfortable from the get-go. However, I don't mind answering this once if it means you'll give up. I don't love Gu Yu anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll accept Kong. New clothes and jewelries. Still, I won't accept them if they're from Kong. Kong is a great guy. Unlike his previous lifetime, he's very talented in the manufacturing of ingenii. I just won't fall in love with anyone anymore. This isn't Kong's fault. Just tell Kong that when you get back. Okay, so Kong is Gu Yu in this lifetime. So he's been jealous of himself. But for some reason, Jingzai does not want to be in a relationship in this lifetime. Which is perfectly understandable. You're allowed to be that way, and people shouldn't look down on you just because you're not in a relationship.
Games of chess will while away the time.
Oh, he's at the fortune teller. Ryu, what do you mean by that? I just want to know who Jingzai likes. I've said it 3 times. It's you, but it's not you. That's the result of my divination. I can't reveal too many details, but there's nothing wrong with the result. Yeah, his Gu Yu was Kong. Oh, you're back. Have you gathered any info? You tell Kong all the information you gathered, including what Jingzai wanted you to convey. Thank you. I see Gu Yu has already gone through the hatching rebirth, so I feel like I had missed out on something. Miss Jingzai knows you had the lock since your birth, and she hopes you will throw it away. If my guess is right... Do you mean I was Gu Yu in my former life? I am the poet I've been jealous of so far? So that's what it's you but not you means. Do you have evidence? Kong and you examined the beautiful lock. A phrase that read, I love Jingzai, is engraved near the keyhole. The engraving was no longer clear due to the passage of hundreds of years. After checking it repeatedly, the two of you are even more certain of what that phrase means. I didn't engrave these words. Was I really Gu Yu in my former life? Jingzai and I are fated to be together. I'm bursting with confidence now. I have to confess it to her again. Do I look like someone who wallows in self-pity? If Jingzai turns me down again, I'll show her our love token. I'm sure she'll be surprised and curious about my identity. Let's pick a gift for her. Come and help me think of what to buy. She said she would say no to clothes or jewelry, so we should get this one. I believe in your taste. Let's go. She said clothes or jewelry is not the correct answer, so instead we'll go with the gag gift and see if maybe that's what we should go for. Oh gosh, my throat.
Last 3 days, get yours while you can.
As long as you can afford it, I can't even make one that reads the unparalleled diviner supreme of the universe. I've asked her to meet me at the Starskip Haven. She seems to have something to tell me too. I must succeed this time. I have a bad feeling about this. Don't jinx it. I wonder if this outcome will change depending on what gift you got her. I thought you would come alone, but it doesn't matter. Please forget about me, Kong. I've written a poem and prepared a gift for you. Kalis, the gift. Give it to me. Kong, you don't get it. You're a great person, and I can feel your sincerity. However, I just can't fall in love with anyone anymore. This has nothing to do with you. I'm not just anyone. I'm Gyuyu's reincarnation. Look, you also had the Unity lock like this. Gyuyu held this lock tightly in his hands before he underwent the hatching rebirth in the moonlight. He hoped to continue his relationship with you after reincarnation. That is just wishful thinking, which is why I want you to throw the lock away. You are not him, and he isn't related to you. You should search for your own happiness, not the shadow of someone else's joy. But I'm not pursuing Gyuyu's happiness. Kong, I don't want to get your hopes up. You still have the passion for love, but I don't. You'll just be parched man dying of thirst in a desert with me, incapable of reciprocating your emotions. No matter how many times you confess in the future, I'll just keep on rejecting you. I really hope that he gives up on me. Kong, for the Vidyara, the hatching rebirth will wash away their memories. However, for some reason, after every reincarnation of Gyuyu, he will always find me and immediately fall head over heels for me. I thought it was romantic and fun, too, in the beginning. He was a Cloud Knight at some point, and a diviner working with me at some other point, and was also a poet who wrote poems for me. For Kong, it's his first time meeting me, and the feelings he has for me are new, but for me, this has been my 4th reunion with him. Short-life species couples easily make promises about eternal love. Once you live long enough, you will discover how life slowly deprives you of your feelings. I used to do wild things for love too, but now love does not leave a single ripple at my heart. I don't want to lie to Kong, so I hope you can give up as early as possible. Fine, but there's nothing much to tell. Just like your short-life species, I've experienced breakup and some reconciliation in my love life too. Everything has got to do with previous incarnations of Kong. Every previous incarnation of Kong was jealous of the talent of his predecessor, while Kong was jealous of Gyuyu. Gyuyu was jealous of the Cloud Knight before him. I think it's time to end this absurd love cycle. I can't say it applies to everyone. Just imagine a short-life species couple that has been together for 50 or 60 years. They might still love each other, but they won't be as enthusiastic as when they were young. Even if the relationship can last for a millennium, they will just be two people living together. Perhaps short-life species are best suited to enjoy the sweetness of love. Do you mean how he manages to find me after every reincarnation? I find it interesting too. When it happened for the first time, I thought it was very romantic. We were meant to be together. On the second time, I thought I had no problem loving him for another 10 lifetimes. But now, I'm sorry to say that I have no feelings for him at all. My man, she said no. She said no like 5 times at this point. I know you're head over heels and you were lovers in multiple past lives, apparently. But you need to take no for an answer.
Games of chess will while away the time.
Oh my gosh, are you dead, sir? Who would have thought the Kong was gloomy too? Don't worry about him. I'm watching over him. Just let him rest for a little and he'll be fine after. After the trifle is over, I'm better off continuing as a gloomy mushroom. Hi. Could you please scooch over a bit? Oh, I'm so sad. Yes, I'm a mushroom. Forget it. I'm no longer a mushroom, but please let me lie down to heal my broken heart. You're a sorrowful sigh at the end of the world, while I'm just a tiny screw. I'm at a loss, helpless in ways to mend your broken heart. Thanks, Kalish. Just leave me alone here. I'll feel better after some time. Yes, Kong won't stay depressed for too long. Here's your reward. When I get over it, I'll be my usual self again. Hey, we're finally free of that quest. Took a while. Alright, so the last one is in the last quest we have on the CN show before we get back to the main story is in Scale Gorge. And so we have completely searched all of these areas. Next time, so this Friday, I will do a full walk around the area. Here in the Alchemy Commission, we still have 5 more treasure chests and a warp trotter to find. And then we will do Scale Gorge, that one's side quest, and then we'll run around. We're missing a treasure chest and a warp trotter. I don't know where the treasure chest is. I was very thorough in looking around. I thought maybe it would be over here because you can't get to this area in the original quest, but it's not. So we'll have to be a bit more thorough looking around, I guess, for that last chest. But once that's done, and we have the side quest done, we will go back and work on our main quest. And then once all of that's done, which we're probably not going to get that done, we'll probably get the 2 explorations and this side quest done. And then Sunday we'll work on the main quest, probably for the entirety of the stream. And if we get it done, we'll do this side quest at the Hertis space station. We are getting 2 new companion missions. One is with my husband, and one is with the new boxer, the 4-star boxer from Eurilo 6. And so we'll probably do my husband's first because it'll probably be on the CN show. And then we have 3 Eurilo 6 quests to do. One of them's from Clara, this one's from Serval, and then we will also get the boxer one. And once we have all of that done, we should be up to date. And so then I'll be showing you my Genshin streams. And we will get on the space station whenever, or back on Star Rail whenever they make us new content, or there's a new character that we intend to pull for. And I'll give you all updates occasionally on currently what I've done. Same thing like I've been doing, but on Genshin, we have a lot to explore. I just got one area in Sumeru up to 100% explored, but I still have the rest of Sumeru. I haven't even touched the Fontaine quest because I've only hit the desert main story quest, so I still have a lot to do in Genshin. And then if we can get both of those done, I will probably I imagine easily that'll take till December, and I intend to get Baldur's Gate in December, so we might pick that game up. If somehow we get caught up with both Honkai, Star Rail, and Genshin prior to December, I might start a Subnautica playthrough. So we'll see. But yeah, so that is everything. I told you all the game plan. We are getting really close to fully caught up. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day and that you have much better pulls with my husband compared to me. And I hope your night's good. I hope you have a good time at work, whatever it is you're doing, or if you're job hunting like me, that you hear good news. Thank you so much, and goodbye.